Hello and welcome back to your life on the YouTube. Where'd she go? And scene. What's up? Welcome back. It's me, Kelly, and this practice is called Yoga for Discernment. The Yoga Sutras speak of yoga as a thing, a phenomena that happens when the cessation of thought forms in our mind cease, when they calm down, right? And so ease happens when we remember, essentially, that we are pure awareness. Rather than misidentifying ourselves with any one of our thoughts, good or bad, actually. And so a way that we will make this tangible, that we will practice on our mat today, is really inquiring in each posture, maybe even moment to moment, where is there ease? Where is there ease? Ease happens when we remember ourselves, when we recognize ourselves as pure awareness. This is how we practice discernment. Let's go. Roll on to your back. I will say that I will give the option for 2 blocks in this practice later on towards the peak, but if you don't have blocks, that's okay. We'll work with what you got. There's tons of options. Meet me on your back. Knees bent, soles of the feet, your feet on the ground. Relax your head, your shoulders, your tailbone down. Take a deep breath in. And let your breath go out your mouth. Inhale here. Exhale, squeeze your right knee in towards your chest. When you inhale, extend your right leg long. Take your hands to the back of your right thigh and start to point and flex your feet. They're actually both flexion. When you bring your toes towards your shin, that's dorsiflexion. The dorsal part of your foot's closer to your shin. And then when you pointer point through your foot, that's plantar flexion. The bottom part, the sole, the plantar part of your foot, is moving away from your shin. So we'll be focusing on dorsiflexion in our practice today. Keep your right foot dorsiflexed and cross it over your left thigh so you're in a figure 4. And stay here, or fold your legs in a little closer to you. Your hands can be on the outer edges of your legs, your thighs. Final option would be to take your right hand into the hole you made with your legs, both hands behind your left thigh or maybe even your left shin. It's okay if your fingers won't quite interlace. Right foot dorsiflexed, toes flare towards your shin. Press your tailbone down, your shoulders down, keep the back of your neck long. And just for funsies, why don't you dorsiflex your left foot as well? Both feet, both toes flaring to your shins. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, maybe hug your legs in a little closer. Inhale. And exhale, set your left foot back down. Take your arms up with your palms facing the ceiling or sky, wherever you're practicing. Inhale. And when you exhale, crunch up. Lift your head, your shoulders off of the ground. Push as though you're pushing something away from you. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. Exhale, crunch up. Push your hands as though you're pushing into something in front of you. Inhale, down. Exhale, sit up and push. Hold here. Option, if you can, bring your legs as we had them in our figure 4 stretch and see if you can hook your dorsiflexed right foot to the outer edge of your left arm, above your elbow if possible, but your form will work if not possible. Pull your foot into your arm into your foot. Take another breath in. And then exhale, release. Head and shoulders down, uncross your right leg, take a breath in. And a breath out. Notice the thoughts in your mind and let them go by. Ease happens when we recognize, when we remember ourselves as pure awareness, rather than misidentifying with any one thought, good or bad. This is how we practice discernment. Inhale, hug your left knee into your chest. Exhale, extend your left leg long, left toes towards the sky. Take your hands to the back of your left thigh. Dorsiflex, so your left toes move towards your left shin. Take a breath in. And then exhale, plantar flex. Push the ball of your foot towards the ceiling or even the wall in front of you. Inhale, dorsiflex. Exhale, point. Inhale, dorsiflex, hold that. When you exhale, bend your left knee and cross your left ankle over your right thigh. So you're in figure 4. Keep your left foot in dorsiflexion, toes flare to shins. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, option to use your hands to fold your legs in closer to you. Third option would be to take your left hand through the hole you made with your legs. Both hands take your right thigh or the front of your right shin. Your fingers may or may not interlace. Again, just because why not? Let's also practice dorsiflexion in right foot, in your bottom foot, toes flare to shin. Dorsiflexion. Inhale. Exhale, hug your legs in a little closer. And then inhale, release your right foot down. Exhale, push your tailbone down, straighten your arms, and turn your palms up towards the ceiling or the sky. Inhale. Exhale, sit up, curl up, head and shoulders lift off of the ground. Imagine you are pushing something in front of you. Inhale down. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale down. Exhale, crunch up. Challenge option to bring your legs closer to you like we did in figure 4. With your left dorsiflexed foot, pull the top of your foot, the dorsal part, into your right arm and your arm back into your foot. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, release. As you exhale, uncross your left leg and hug both knees and make circles with your knees or rock side to side. And then you can most certainly make a swing set motion to rock yourself up onto your bum, or you can rock to one side and push yourself up. Meet me in downward facing dog right away. Right on into it. Down dog, inverted V shape. Hips your highest point, pedal your feet, move your hips side to side. Soft bend in both of your knees, spread your sit bones, tilt your tailbone high. Inhale, lift into the strength of your shoulders, look forward. And when you exhale, bend your knees, take lots of steps until your feet meet your hands, option to use your blocks or not. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or blocks. Long spine, strong belly, bring more weight to your toes. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips down. Step your right foot back and set your right knee down. Put a towel or an extra little cushion, or even fold your mat from the side to put underneath your right knee if it's sensitive. Inhale, come up to low lunge. Left knee over left ankle. And as you exhale, draw your front ribs in. Inhale, arms out and up. If it hurts you to bring your arms straight, your hands straight over your shoulders, then bring your arms a little further forward, and that might help, especially if you have anything hurting you in your shoulders. This could help. Arms forward or all the way up and over. Inhale, if you can, interlace your fingers and turn your palms up. If that's not available, turn your palms up like you're raising the roof. Exhale, bend to your left side. Let your right hip and right shoulder peel open a bit. Inhale into the front part of your body. Exhale, side bend, left side. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, hinge from your hips, both hands to the inside of your left foot, and wiggle your left foot out a little wider so you have some more space. And even walk your hands like a quarter turn to your right side. So you're walking away from the direction your left knee is pointing. You can be on palms, on fingertips, you can use your blocks. Inhale, think cow pose, arch your back, move your inner groins back, your heart forward, look up, stretch the front of your throat. And then exhale, round through your spine, tuck your chin in, bring your tailbone and your forehead closer towards each other. Inhale, cow, booty back, heart open, look up. Exhale, cat pose, round your spine, engage your core in the direction of your belly button. Inhale, neutral spine. When you exhale, walk your hands back to center. So your left arm is to the inside of your left leg. You're on fingertips or palms or maybe your 2 blocks. Squeeze your left leg into your left arm and your arm back into your leg so you feel that resistance. It's like if someone were to try to push me over, I might fall, but I'm not gonna budge in that place. You're squeezing like glue, making your own kind of resistance and glue. Inhale here. Exhale here, feeling that resistance. Now inhale, do come up onto your fingertips or use blocks if you're not there already for more height. When you exhale, walk your hands back 1 time. Walk your right knee back 1 time. Dorsiflex your left foot, toes flare to shins, and then start to, just like we did in that cow shape, start to move your inner groins back, heart forward, chin forward. You can look up, or if that hurts your neck, it's okay to keep your neck a little bit more neutral. Left foot is dorsiflexed. Outer left thigh back, outer right thigh forward so your hips feel a little more level. One isn't further forward or back, higher or lower. You're going for that feeling. Breath in. If you can and you want to fold forward, go for it. I'm not going to today, but you can. Take another breath in. And then exhale, bend your left knee, walk your hands back forward, inch your right knee back forward. Push the ground away, and then inhale, step back, plank pose. Exhale, set your knees down or not, lower your body all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes, press through the tops of your feet, and inhale, pull your heart and your head up off of the ground, heart forward, chin forward, look up to open the front of your throat. Exhale, back down. Tuck toes, use knees or not, inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Ease happens when we recognize and remember ourselves as pure awareness rather than misidentifying with any one of our thoughts, good or bad. This is how we create discernment. Inhale, soften your knees a whole lot, look forward. Exhale, step or maybe lunge this time, 1 foot at a time, feet to hands, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. It's okay to soften your knees here. You don't have to keep them straight. Inhale, halfway lift. Unless that feels good, exhale, fold, keep them straight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips down, step your left foot back, set your left knee down. Put something, an extra padding underneath your left knee. If it feels sensitive, if it hurts you, accommodate yourself that way. Right knee over right ankle. Inhale, my hip just popped and it felt super good. Inhale, reach your arms up. And again, if there's something going on in your range of motion where it feels a little tricky to reach your arms straight overhead, maybe try reaching them forward, or you could even keep your hands on your hips. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, interlace your fingers and turn your palms up. If that doesn't work, turn your palms towards the sky. And then exhale, bend to your right side. Inhale, open your left hip and shoulder. Peel them open so your heart spirals open a bit more. Exhale, cinch, squeeze your right side to increase the side bend. And then inhale all the way back up. Exhale, hinge from your hips, take both hands to the inside of your right foot. Wiggle your right foot out a little for some more space underneath you. I'll turn this way so you can see me maybe a little bit better. And then walk your hands like just a quarter turn to your left side. Like that. Inhale, think cow pose. Do cow pose. Take your inner groins back. Soften your belly. Grow your heart forward, chin forward, eyes open, look up. Exhale, cat pose. Round your spine. Lift from the back of your lungs and heart. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, walk your hands back through center. Right arm to the inside of your right leg. Leg to arm, arm to leg. Make that glue, that resistance. Feel that in your body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift to fingertips or use your blocks. Walk your hands back, just a scotch. And then exhale, walk your left knee back, just a scotch. Dorsiflex your right foot. Bring the dorsal part of your foot closer to your shin. Toes flare back to your shin. Breath in, stick your booty back. Arch your back a little like cow. And then as you exhale, start to work your right leg towards straight, towards being the key word. You don't have to force your leg to straight. That's not the point. Let's remember we're focused on dorsiflexion. And we're also focused on remembering that ease, yoga, is what happens when we stop identifying and attaching to our thoughts, making all these stories, you know? On your next inhale, move your right hip back, your left hip forward. And then exhale, that's enough. Bend your right knee, walk your hands back forward. Inhale, lift off your left knee. Exhale, step your right foot back, you're in plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees down or not, lower your body to the ground. Untuck your toes, press through the tops of your feet, squeeze your glutes so your hips press down, and then inhale, lift your heart forward and up. Chin forward, look up. Exhale, heart and head down. Tuck toes, use knees or not. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lift your hips, press them back, downward facing dog. Inhale, soften your knees, lift into the strength of your shoulders. As you exhale, squeeze belly to spine, look forward, step lunge or hop your feet to your hands this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, one time fold. Press down through your feet, engage your core. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms forward or straight up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And relax your arms down. Inhale. Exhale. Flutter your eyes open if you're like me and you tend to close them a lot. And then wiggle out. We're moving to a little balance section and portion. And so I think it's a good idea if you feel challenged with your balance today, or if you find yourself as we move forward, to use some wall space. Because of how the camera is oriented, I can't really show you from a sideways view, but I'll show you really quick of what we could do. You could turn towards a wall. We're moving into a standing figure 4. So you could turn towards a wall and use the wall to help you balance. I'm not gonna do that because then my back would be towards you the whole time. But go find something, move yourself and find a wall space or something to kind of hold on to that would help you. You could even use like a folding chair in front of you or something if balance is a little tricky. So 2 feet underneath you, about your hips width or slightly wider, if that helps. Slowly take more weight from your right leg to left leg. Find a point on your horizon line that doesn't move. Watch me first and then find a point on the horizon line that doesn't move that will help you balance. Watch me first and then we'll do. So I'll come into a standing march, use hands underneath my thigh or take hands to hips. Really focus on dorsiflexion here through your right foot. Toes flare to shin. The top of your foot is moving closer to your shin. Inhale. And when you exhale, plant your right foot down. Okay, let's try it again all together if you didn't already do it. The key point for this balance is it does help to find a spot that doesn't move. The more you bounce your gaze around, the easier it is to kind of fall out of these sort of things. So here we go all together. Find your drishti, your external point of focus, commit to it, gather your muscles to bone, so to say. Just feel like you're squeezing everything in towards your midline. Do that. And then bring your right leg up into a standing march. Hands underneath your right thigh for support or hands to hips. Dorsiflex, your right foot flexion, is when the angle between two surfaces decrease, like we're doing right now as we bring our toes towards our shin. Breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, more weight from your left leg to right leg. Exhale, gather everything to center. Standing march left side, hands underneath your left thigh or at your hips. Dorsiflex your left foot. Focus on that, toes flare to shin. Breath in. Exhale, left foot down. Inhale, right leg. Standing march, dorsiflexion. Exhale, you might use your hands. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Move your inner groins back and kind of arch your back as you did in your cow posture. That'll help for balance. Press your left thigh into your right ankle back into your thigh. And inhale right here. Exhale here, belly to spine. Inhale, stand tall to standing march. Exhale, right foot down. Take more weight from left leg to right. Inhale, standing march left side. Exhale, dorsiflex left foot, breath in. Exhale, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. You might use your hands to help. When you inhale, arch your back like cow, inner groins move back, skin of your belly forward, heart up. Exhale, squeeze, cinch your side waist in. Take a breath in. And exhale here. Inhale, stand tall to standing march. Exhale, plant your left foot down and shake out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Deep breath in. Take your feet wide as your mat, heels in, toes out. And then exhale, think squat with your forearms down. Same thing, inhale, bring a little bit of that cow shape. Inner groins move back, skin of your belly forward, heart forward. Exhale, cinch, squeeze your side waist, keep that. Big breath in. When you exhale, rock more weight from your left leg to right leg and dorsiflex your left foot like you were trying to walk on your left heel. And then inhale, left foot down. Exhale, rock onto your right heel, dorsiflex your right foot. Inhale, back through center. Stay here to build lots of strength in your thighs and your booty. Take another breath in, or continue with me as you exhale. Plant your palms down, parallel your toes forward the same direction your hands are pointing. And inhale, we're doing opposite of dorsiflexion, lift your heels. Remember that this is the opposite. So when you do something like bounce on your toes or walk on your toes, that's plantar flexion. For contrast, that's the contrast of dorsiflexion. Take a breath in. Exhale, if you can, touch your knees to the back of your arms or the sides of your arms. Push your arms into your legs back into your arms like we practiced in that lizard lunge with our arm to leg. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round your spine like cat. Lean forward, bend your elbows a little or a whole lot. If your feet get light, explore dorsiflexing. One foot, toes flare to shin. Put that down and do the other foot, or maybe you can do both feet. Explore bringing your toes towards your shins. Dorsiflexion, breath in. Exhale, feet down. Strong legs and core bring you up. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, shake out once again. Top of your mat, if you left it, reach your arms up, overhead, or even slightly in front of you if that feels better for your shoulders. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. When you exhale, imagine that you're moving into your malasana pose, that deep squat. Use your hands behind you if you need help. Accommodate yourself otherwise. Come all the way down, rock onto your booty. Boat pose right away. Hands behind your thighs, or you can keep your arms at either side. Dorsiflex your feet. You can most certainly modify by tapping one foot down, keeping the other leg up. You could even take both heels down if you need. No shame. We're here. Option 2, we're here. Option 3, we're here. With both legs up, knees bent, dorsiflexing through our feet. The dorsal part of your feet are moving closer to your shins, toes to shins. You can, of course, straighten your legs if you want for funsies, but you don't have to, but keep the dorsiflexion in your feet. Inhale. Whoa, it's wobbly. And then exhale. Do take your heels down if they're not there already, and sit up nice and tall, breath in. When you exhale, scooch back a bit so your legs straighten. Inhale, bend your right knee, bring your right leg in. And when you exhale, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. You're dorsiflexing your right foot. Stay here, or if you can, your knees allow, it's available for you. Rock to your left hip, bend your left knee, and stack your right shin on top of your left. Agnistasana. This posture is called fire log. So think about stacking one shin directly on top of the other. If we were staying here for a long time, like in a yoga practice, that's what we're doing, a yin yoga practice, I would say put a blanket underneath your top leg if there's any gap or things like that. But because we're just here momentarily, it's okay if there's like a little bit of a gap. That being said, if it's really hard for you to sit up, you can use a block, you can use a blanket to sit underneath, and that'll help. And I'll just show for a visual. Sometimes that's helpful. The other thing here is that whether your bottom leg is straight or bent, try to focus on your top ankle being crossed on your left thigh with your entire foot off of your left thigh. So whether you're here or here, it's important for a coming posture, a later posture, that we focus on that. Inhale right here, fingertips down. Exhale, hinge from your hips. A forward fold. Some of you might be able to walk your hands forward and like bring your forehead all the way down to the ground. And if you can, and you're being excessively gentle and intelligent with yourself, then by all means, go for it. But there's no need to force that. Let's take a breath in together. Exhale, this is an intense pose. Let it go to sigh or something out your mouth. And then inhale, come all the way up. As you exhale, rock back, take your hands behind you and take your left foot to the ground. So you're in a figure four. This is a shape that we've done many times in this practice so far. Here you are, right here. Stay here if you can. Go free through your left arm. Reach your left arm up like you're gonna answer a question. And then or you have a question, and then take your left arm forward. And let's practice what we did in the very beginning, where your dorsiflexed right foot moves to your left arm as high up your arm as possible. Bring your foot to your arm back into your foot, and hang out there. Stay here, or if you can, right arm comes up and over. Make those stop signs with your hands. Imagine you're pushing something in front of you. Stay here or rock back like your boat pose. And for funsies, dorsiflex your left foot as well. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, left foot down. Uncross your right leg. Woo. Straighten your legs, bend your knees, shake your feet out. Second side. All right. Bend your knees and scoot your hips forward a little bit. Take your hands to the back of your thighs or at your sides. Decide if you want to stay right here, or maybe the opposite leg comes up this time if you were doing the variation with one leg up. Maybe you have both legs up. It's okay to keep a 90 degree through your legs or straighten them. But the idea is that no matter what, we're all practicing dorsiflexion here, toes to shin. Heart forward, chin slightly in, take a breath in. And out. Inhale. Exhale, heels down, scoot your hips back so your legs straighten. Inhale, bend your left knee. And when you exhale, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Stay here or rock to your right outer thigh and hip. Bend your right knee and stack your left shin on top of your right, just best you can. Think about stacking a fire log, perfectly one on top of the other. Dorsiflex your left foot, keep that there. The idea is that you're getting your ankle and foot off of your thigh. Some of our bodies are different proportions, and so you might be taking your left leg just as far over as your hips will let you, and your ankle and foot might still be on your thigh, and that's okay. No worries. The idea though is that you're working in that direction of moving as far over as possible. Inhale, fingertips down, nice and tall. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Option to walk your hands forward. Option to bring your forearms down to blocks or the ground. This side's a little more open for me, but that's still way too much, so I'm gonna back off. And you might notice that it feels similarly to you. This side might be less available or more available for different options, and it's a good thing to take note of just for body awareness. Speaking of awareness, where is there ease? Where can you find ease? In this moment in your life, ease is what happens when we recognize ourselves as pure awareness. This is how we practice discernment. Inhale, rise all the way up. And on an exhale, take your hands behind you, plant your right foot to the ground. So you're gonna figure four stretch on your butt. You're seated. Stay here if you can, reach your right arm up. Pick me, pick me. And then dorsiflex your left foot as high up your right arm as possible. Push your arm into your foot back into your arm. Stay here, or if you can, and you want that extra challenge, bring your left arm up and over. Make stop signs with your hands. Imagine you're pushing something away in front of you. Engage your core. Inhale, dorsiflex your right foot. Option to rock back like boat and lift your right shin to 90 or straight. There we go. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, release. Uncross your left leg. Inhale, both legs long. Exhale, shake out your feet and bend your knees. All right, so there you have it. We did it. We did the peak pose, or at least all of the building blocks are there. Some of us might have actually already done our peak pose. I do want to give one challenge option for what we're working up to, so that way we can see if those building blocks make this thing fly today, or if not today, maybe someday, or maybe it's just interesting to see how these progression of asanas, postures, movements, and exercises can get us to take flight at some point, or someone else. So watch and then do is kind of the motto for this. It's a flying pigeon, it's known as that. And you come to it the same way that we had, or from the way that we practiced with our standing figure four. Although you hinge from your hips to reach down for the floor or blocks, and I'll show with blocks on the other side. So you're in your figure four. You're initially making that cow shape, squeezing your core, just getting that balance. Bring your hands to the floor or blocks. And then it sort of switches. I dorsiflex my right foot and I hook it to my outer left arm. My triceps, the back of my arms, become like a shelf for my right shin. I lift off my left heel. It's the contrast of plantar flexion. Round through my spine, look forward on the earth, and I tilt so far forward my left foot gets light. Now that might not lift, but it might feel so light it does. Stay here, of course, if this is already a posture in your practice, you might extend your left leg long. All right, to come out, we just sort of come out the same way we came in. We tried to with as much control as possible, but you know. And the options are numerous. This posture here that we did in our warm-ups is a version of flying pigeon. It's just reclined. And this posture here is a version of flying pigeon. You're just seated. This posture here that I just showed you where we took flight is flying pigeon as well. They're all flying pigeon. They're just in a different orientation, require something a little bit different, but all the building blocks are very similar. The one thing I would say with the arm balance, and because we've already done towards crow today, is maybe just do some flashlights or the sound of one hand clapping a couple times to pump your forearms. Make sure your forearm muscles are turned on. That will protect your wrists. Can you hear it? it's 2 hands clapping, but 1. And then 2. Good, shake out. If you want to do one of the versions we've already done, the reclined or seated, go for it. Otherwise, I'm gonna guide you into the flying pigeon and just go along for the ride as far as you can and see what happens. Use the blocks or not. Start from your standing figure 4, left leg over right. Get your bearings there. Find your blocks through the ground, through your palms, root down. Dorsiflex your left foot and anchor it to your outer right arm and push your arm back into your foot. Look forward, round your back like cat as you lift your right heel. It's the contrast of dorsiflexion on your right foot. Bend your elbows to make a shelf with the back of your arms for your left shin. Lean forward, your right foot gets light, maybe light enough to lift, maybe light enough to extend. Look forward, breath in. Exhale, try to come out the same way you came in. Moonwalk, moonwalk. I don't really know how to moonwalk, but you know. And we'll try it other side. Right leg this time in your standing figure 4. Get your bearings first, don't rush it. And then once you feel like you're steady, hinge, fingertips to your blocks or the floor. Dorsiflex your right foot, hook it to your left arm, arm to foot, foot to arm. Keep that. Bend elbows, you make that shelf at the back of your arms for your right shin. Lean forward, round your back like cat, plantar flex. It's the opposite of dorsiflexion through your bottom foot. Lean so far forward your foot gets light. It might feel light enough to lift. It might feel light enough to extend. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, come out, kind of the same way-ish that you came in. Inhale. Exhale. Whew. That was hard work. Take another breath in. Breath out. Good job, shake out. Take your feet underneath you, toes in or out, whatever feels good. And start to do some calf raises. We're working the contrast in a more significant way now, just to bring it down. We did a lot of flaring our toes back to our shins. And so for some balance, we'll focus on plantar flexion. You might even walk on your toes side to side. This is something that we usually don't try to do unless we're a ballerina, right? But it's good to always work the contrast for balance. All right, heels down, knees and toes forward, take a breath in. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Hands stay on your thighs or slide down to your shins. Inhale, think halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Let your head hang. Soften your shoulders. Soften your knees. That just means bend them a little bit if you're not already. Stay here. Take your hands to either forearm or elbow. Make a frame with your arms over your head. Be still or sway side to side. Inhale, step in towards a plank posture. And then exhale, knees down, body to the ground. Hike your right leg up. Roll to your left side and open up into a reclined twist. Do shoulders down. You can use your left hand at your right thigh or not. You could stay open. Option to bring your right ear to the ground to continue the rotation from your spine all the way through your neck. If you do that though, move your head back so it stays in line with the rest of your spine. Inhale, puff your chest with a breath. Exhale, can you relax your butt and your lower back? Take another full breath in and out here. Inhale onto your belly, straighten your right leg. Exhale, hike your left leg up. Roll to your right side, open up to a reclined twist, second side. Right hand anchors, left thigh or not, you can keep it pretty open. Left ear moves to the ground or not. If you do that though, like I said, move your head back a bit so it stays in line with the rest of your spine. Notice if you're gripping in your butt or tensing in your lower back, try to relax that. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll back to your belly. Option today for a reverse Shavasana. You can make a pillow with your hands for your forehead to rest. Otherwise, you can always turn onto your back. If you like a regular Shavasana, that's totally cool. Inhale. Bring your awareness back into your body if you lift. Exhale. Make little movements that help you eventually come all the way upright to a seated position. Soft gaze towards the tip of your nose, or even close your eyes. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Ease happens when we recognize ourselves as pure awareness, rather than misidentifying with any one thought, good or bad. This is how we practice discernment. From my heart to your heart, namaste.